Hi everyone, my name's Steph. This is my first video diary thingy ever, so pretty exciting. I'm a little nervous. I want to set up a video diary on YouTube that's going to cover my journey on a career change. And I've been a web designer for 6 years, and I'm 27 now. I was right out of college. I was a web designer, and I decided I really just can't do it anymore. I don't know if I'm burnt out or if I guess I never really liked it. I just really need a career change. Basically, since the day I started web design, I knew it wasn't right. Even in college, when I was taking the classes, I realized this is not for me, mainly because I really don't like the fact that I'm on a computer all day. I'm isolated. I often get sick in my stomach. I just feel like I'm more of an outgoing person. I need to talk to others. I like to be a little more active throughout the day. I liked more the creative side of it, I guess, but with web design, you're usually doing more corporate stuff, and you don't really get to be too creative with it. So I decided I really, really want to change my career, but I have no idea how, and I really don't even know what I want to do. So that's kind of a big thing for me. But with this blog, it's going to be, if you can hear that, it's a bell from my cat. I have a couple animals. So what was I saying? Yeah, so this blog is going to cover my journey from just exploring different things, and really also just changing a lot of things in my life as well. Because I was doing web design for so long and I wasn't happy at it, I got actually really depressed, a lot of anxiety, and just really wasn't in a good place. And people always try to say, like, keep your job separate from your personal life, but it's really hard to, when if you're not happy at something you're doing for 8 to 10 hours a day, you come home, you really are unmotivated to do anything else. And the sad part is, I'm 27, which is still young, but I already look back in my 20s and I think, oh my god, what did I do? I feel like I haven't done much else. I've gotten better at web design. I consider myself really good now. My skills are really good, but I look at, have I really taken any other adventures, or do I have any other skills? Sadly, no, because I didn't like my job, I would just come home every night and just watch TV all the time. I watched so much TV and just kind of laid on the couch a lot. I do have a happy personal life, though. I will say, like, I'm married. I have a very awesome husband that I love so much. I have animals. We have a house. I love our town. Like, everything else is great. It's really just this one thing in my life I've been struggling with forever. Just really, really not like my job, knowing I wasn't meant to do this. And you might ask, well, why did I stick with it? Well, when I realized in college it wasn't meant to be, I actually had switched schools. Originally, I was going to school for more of on the programming end. I still do programming now, but that was more heavier on it. It was geared more for web design and like video game design and like 3D animation, like all this other media stuff. And I knew that that's too much. Like, that's not what I want to do. So I had switched colleges, and I just focused mainly on web design and graphic design, and still wasn't happy. But the thing is you can't keep switching colleges to try to figure it out. And my parents, or even majors, I mean, that's just, it keeps costing more money when you do that. My parents were actually paying for my college at the time, and I didn't have any other money. I also, I could have just stopped going to college until I figured things out, but it's just a lot of pressure, My parents are great people, but you do still feel that kind of pressure, like you want to impress them. You also just want to fit in with society. Like, that's kind of what you do. You get really good grades in high school, and, school, and you go to college, you go to good school, you get really good grades, then you graduate, and then you get a really good job. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. And I kind of wanted to just follow that and please everyone, but I didn't actually listen to what I wanted to do. I just wanted to please everyone else and never really listen to the things that I like, what am I interested in type stuff. And then because of that, I lived a lot of years in regret, hating myself, kind of hating others, I guess, or just having anger towards others for being in a place that I am. I got to a point where I was having a lot of panic attacks in my first job. A lot of panic attacks. I had to like keep going outside. And then, came down with depression and anxiety. And I mentioned earlier, like stomach aches, like just sitting for long periods of time just made my stomach awful. And actually, last year it got so bad that I couldn't eat as much, like especially at work, and I started to lose weight, and I'm actually not, I don't really have weight to lose. I'm on a good weight now, so that wasn't a good thing. So I think that's when I started deciding to make a change. It was also the fact that I had turned 27 last year, and I just was kind of going through a quarter-life crisis, which is a real thing. There's books on it, quarter-life crisis. So I was dealing with that, and I started going to therapy, basically, and that was a real eye-opener. I always avoided therapy, mainly because of the cost. I used to be just really, really cheap with money, just used to like hoard it, like save it. I still have little issues with that, but getting way better. And but I decided, you know what, I finally have to go to therapy. Like, I really have to deal with this. It's driving me nuts. And that really opens your eyes, because you start, instead of having all these thoughts and ideas in your head about like, oh, should I leave this job, should I not, oh, maybe it's okay, it basically just forces you to say out loud, yes, I want to leave this job, I don't want to do this anymore. And then you really just realize what you want. And sorry, I keep looking at index cards. I have kind of notes for my first video. The other thing that really pushed me to start wanting to do this, and this does sound a little odd, but it's a lot of the weight loss video diaries and just weight loss documentaries I found on YouTube. Not that I've needed to do the weight loss journey type thing, but really, if you think about it, career change and weight loss have a lot in common. Mainly, they're themed around life transitions, making a new life, becoming a new person. And I always watch shows like Biggest Loser, Extreme Weight Loss, a lot of other shows like that, because it's just so wonderful to see someone who used to be that person that just sat on the couch all day, didn't do much with their life, and just eating. I was a person that just sat on the couch all day. I didn't quite have the food issue, but I still was pretty lazy. And, finally just having this realization and wanting to want more out of life, do more. And so this year I came up with a lot of New Year's resolutions, just tons and tons of stuff I've always wanted to do, but never thought I could do that, because it's like, oh, well, that's not for me. I'm just a web designer. That's what I meant, that's what I'm supposed to do, not meant to do other things. But I'm really, really doing like crazy stuff, like taking like hula hoop classes and aerial classes. That's the one with the silk that hangs from the ceiling, and you like kind of climb up it and stuff. And I just started that kind of stuff. Never ever been physical like that ever before. I was the type of person who would go to the gym like maybe twice a month, and still be pretty lazy about it. Speaking of gym, because my husband is awesome, he started pushing me to go to the gym a lot more and really motivated me, and I'm actually really getting into fitness now. Kind of striving for that sports model look, far from it, but I really just want to build strength, because I feel like if I'm building strength with my body, I'm really going to feel like a strong person overall, which is already working, so that's great. I want to wrap this video up because it's 9 minutes already. But yeah, so I have notes for what this blog's going to be about, covering kind of my past growing up and what led me into going into a career I really didn't want. Other jobs I've tried. I have taken several breaks from web design to try out other things that completely didn't work out, so I'm going to go over that. Potential jobs. I really have no idea what I want to do, but maybe just potential type of jobs or type of things I want in a job or a career. Continuing to improve my personal life. I'm going to go over all the things that I'm joining and doing. I want to just fill my year with awesome stuff. So I'll be doing little videos of that. And I'll show videos of how I'm kind of organizing my life, making sure I get a lot more done in a day, making like little tricks to make like lists and just be really organized to get things done. And dealing with fears, anxiety, even feelings of guilt. I just certainly feel guilty for wanting to leave such a good career, really, that pays well and is comfortable living for, you know, most people dream about that, but yeah, so how to deal with that. I will be posting videos. Oh, this is too long. I will be posting videos, not on a certain schedule, but just like every couple days or something like that. Just kind of whenever I feel like it. Hopefully often. And just looking for support for any other people that are dealing with wanting to change their career, have been thinking about it for a really long time, but have no idea what to do. Just, yeah, want to reach out. Okay, bye.